Okay, we're doing it again. We've got another property tour in Caldwell, Idaho. So at the very, very end, stay tuned because I'm going to give you the price of this house and how much it costs in, say, Mountain Home, Nampa, and other cities. So you can do a comparison and decide what city you want to be in. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet. Absolutely adorable. Love this layout. Love this floor plan, especially first-time home buyers, investors, or anybody that wants a 3 in front of the price of the house. Yep, a 3. So stay tuned and let's go check it out. Come on. Okay, I promised you that I would do these property tours and show you the different prices throughout all the Treasure Valley. This particular home is $384,990 CBH home, and it's called the Lily. So this one in particular has a $15,000 incentive. Now keep in mind, I'm recording this at the end of the first week in August. So I don't know when my gals are going to get this out to you. So that you'll probably want to get a more updated list if you're watching this later. So we've got luxury vinyl planking as soon as we walk in, all the way through the main living areas. And as I was starting to show you, off to the right is one of the 3 bedrooms. Okay, so this bedroom here has got the grayish, brownish white carpet, has little speckles of brown and gray, has a closet. Let me show you, this faces the front of the house, and as I had mentioned earlier, that the landscaping is included in these properties. So what's not included, I guess, is probably what you're asking. What's not included in new construction is the backyard landscaping in this particular floor plan, blinds, washer and dryer, and refrigerator. But you know, keep in mind, if you had a existing home that you were purchasing, not always do they include the washer and the dryer and the refrigerator. So the blinds, though, you can work that in that $15,000 incentive to have that included in the package, and backyard landscaping. So the living room is spacious. It has vaulted ceilings. I like what you're about to see is that the dining area is separate. So you have all this room here for the living room, and then the dining room is completely separate and has a view of the backyard. Kitchen right there, so nice, great room. And then, like I was saying earlier, I really like that they put the LVP throughout. If you like the carpet, you can always put a throw rug right there to cushion, you know, give your feet the warm and fuzzy. They include cable right there, whoop, right there. Vaulted ceilings, ceiling fan. They've got the new sleek cabinets in here that he likes to put in now. Formica countertops. I like when I've got a couple of rentals with this particular builder, and what I do is I have my contractors come in and take the Formica and put granite, because granite's more sturdy for me, particular for rentals, than quartz. Quartz is a little bit more you have to baby. They put the deep sink that I like in here. It's really, really hard to stain, even though it's white. You're probably going, oh my gosh, I don't want a white sink. But this is like a texture. I don't know if I can zoom in. It's a texture that's really hard to stain. I'm sure if you abuse it enough, you can, but my rentals, I have a white sink in. They still look great. So we've got electric range over here. Let's see if they have soft close in this particular floor plan. Here we go. And they do. That's nice. So it's a 4-burner stovetop, and then the microwave above it, upper cabinets, and then the pantry is over here in this corner. Nice size pantry for a 3-bedroom. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and the square footage on this one is 11, make sure I got it right, 1120. Yep, and it's a 2-car garage for $384,990, and I'm again going to tell you at the end of this all the different cities that this one is. This particular Lily floor plan is in, let's see here, we've got Caldwell, Mountain Home and Nampa. So we're going to go through those prices for those particular neighborhoods. Okay, nice dining room area with the LVP through here as well. I'm not going to show you the backyard right now. We're going to save that for right after we finish the home here. Let's go through this area. Every house will have a smoke detector with a CO on that. That one particularly has that. 2-car garage. So when you enter in through the laundry room. Let's check it out. It's a standard 2-car garage. There we go. And Caldwell is a really fast and up and growing town. There's our electric panel, and then there's the sprinklers remote. I guess you'd call electrical panel. And then we have the washer. Oh my gosh, my brain is fried today. We've got the water heater over there. Duh. Okay, so laundry room. Let's get back to that. So it's electric because we have hydroelectric power versus gas, say on the West Coast is where everybody uses gas because gas is cheaper over there. Here, electric is cheaper, so we have electric in all of ours. So if you're bringing your washer and dryer, you might want to reconsider bringing the dryer for that reason. I know you can go through the crawl space and you can pull a line in here for gas, but I'd rather just buy a dryer. It'd be cheaper than to have somebody have to come in and revamp everything. So again, with the LVP through the hallways, we've got a couple hallways going to the second bedroom and the master bedroom. So this is the second bedroom. It faces the side of the house. Same carpet color. And then attic space access is right here. So you can access all of the attic through here. Usually it's in the garage, and I didn't look. I should have looked. And then the crawl space, I'll show you where you can access that. That's usually in the master closet. It's a nice floor plan. It's very, very doable. I mean, it feels bigger than 1,100 square feet. It's pretty crazy. And then here's the bathroom for those 2 bedrooms to share. It has its tub in here. And then the countertop, again, with the Formica and the larger cabinets with the soft close. And we've got a soaker tub. So Caldwell has, oh my gosh, they've got so much going on. There's a whole area that's similar to the Village in Meridian that they've done with water features and shopping and upscale restaurants. Caldwell Rodeo is coming up. It's an up-and-coming town, and it is on the furthest west part of the Treasure Valley. So if you were to do a straight line, it would be Boise, Star, Middleton, Caldwell. And Caldwell runs north and south. So it goes all the way over to Nampa and touches Middleton as well. Okay, here's the crawl space I was talking about. This is the primary's closet. This crawl space, you can pop it open and you can see there's about 18 inches to 2 feet in here of crawl area with that black vapor barrier. That vapor barrier is exactly what it's supposed to do. It keeps, if the waters seem to rise, which they do in April, May, June, but you really need to be closer to the Boise River, and here I don't see that being an issue. But it makes it convenient if you want to change out electrical or plumbing, you just crawl through there instead of breaking up concrete. Here is the primary bathroom, and there's one sink and a stand-up shower. Okay, and they carried that LVP through here, the same color on the cabinets, but the Formica is a different color. We can zoom in on that one so you can see it. It's got grays and browns and creams in it. And then there's a shower with a window above. I like that they make it a little slider to get extra air in. And then let's go check out the backyard now. Caldwell is one of our smaller towns, but it is growing. And there's a city I call it City Caldwell, and I call it County Caldwell. So County Caldwell is in the northern area. A lot of acreage properties up there on septic and well, versus City Caldwell, which is more subdivisions like this one. Okay, so they have an extra large concrete pad out here I can see. Wow, I love it. Okay, so for that $15,000, there's no rear neighbor, just by the way. There is a commercial building way over to the left. But this is a really large lot. Well, you know what makes it feel large is because the house is a little smaller. So with that $15,000 incentive, you can do the backyard landscaping. You can see where the fence line is between you and your neighbor. So you can include that. Let's say you have a dog and you want it done right away. You're going to have to pay for that. And then you ask the neighbor if they don't mind sharing. Yeah, they can say no. So a lot of people will wait until the neighbor moves in and then ask them to share the cost of the fencing through here. They do include the front gates. So they include that. That's called the wings on both sides. And I got to see if the other side has a gate. Here is your vent that I was talking about with the crawl space. So only time these are closed is if it's really cold in the winter, like around 20 degrees or below. Then there's a little pin. You pull it out and you shut it. And you have to go around the house and do each and every one. But for the most part, we leave ours open. Now this one has vinyl siding. Some of these homes will have wood siding and this one has vinyl. What's the pro and the con? Well, with the vinyl siding, let's say you have a damaged piece, you pop it out and you can just put a whole new one in there. With wood siding, it's completely different. You have to find the height and the size and all that stuff with the wood. New construction's great. Now, the only thing is here, they've got the gutters just over the slider door that goes into the living room. So if you want, you can pay to have extra gutters put on the house. They also, I think they include it on the front of the house. We'll have to check and look. So let's go over here to the side. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. And I wanted to see if they included a side gate over here. Oh, they do. They give you 2 side gates. I love that. So once the fence is up, you can always put a gate right here if you have a pup to keep him over on this side. They do give you 1 water spigot over here. And they do have electrical on the back porch right here. So you can always go to Home Depot and buy an overhang and put it in here if you want shade. What's great about this house, I got to get my bearings here, is... Okay, let me see where the mountain is. It's such a hazy day because it's, we're facing south. So we're facing south, so the sun's going to come up over here and then go over to the backside. So this is great over here for gardening, and you're not going to get the direct sun because you're facing south. There's the electrical I was talking about. All right, so let's take a look in the front, and then we'll come back and do the pricing for the other cities. So hold on, stay with me. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, one of the lights is not on. Okay, so this is the front of the house. Nice little entryway. Oh, they do. There is the gutter system, so they did put it here on the front of the house. Let's see how much of that they installed around the house. Okay, so they do the landscaping like I was saying here in the front. I'm going to turn it around so we can see the front of the house. Okay, so they don't have the gutters on the pitch, but they do have it. Let me back up. They do have it along the walkway. Okay. The color of the house is like a grayish brown, and the stone is gray brown, blackish. Oh, you know what I saw? Oh, here he is. He's still here. Look at the praying mantis. Oh, he's missing a foot. A foot, a claw, whatever they are. Praying mantis. I saw some bugs out here because new construction is notorious for that. But isn't that cool? I saw it when I was popping the lock. I was hoping it'd still be here so I can show you guys. Okay, so let's look at the elevation. Now remember, the elevation's going to change from location to location and within the neighborhood. So the pricing I'm giving you will have different elevations. It could have a modern one, it could have a country feel, and this particular one, we're not modern, and there's been a few that I've shown you that are. So you can see through the house, nice landscaping. They have to put at least 1 tree, shrubbery, and grass in the front. If you want to add to that, you always want to check the HOA. They're pretty like laxed. I would say, but I always check anyways. And what they did on this one is, so they gave grass to this one, but they put rocks over here. Interesting, huh? And then there's a street light right here, a couple of common areas throughout this neighborhood. But let's go in. And the school for this particular development, there's a middle school that's literally right around the corner. And if you're in your car, to get to the freeway is like 3 minutes. So if you're on Highway 84 and you want to go to Boise, it's only just a hop, skip, and a jump from this particular development. So nice location. Downtown, Caldwell is just probably, I would say 10 minutes. Another good thing that with the location, not even 10 minutes, I would say 5. So let's talk about pricing for this particular house in the different locations. So this house is $384,990. Remember, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1120 square foot. And the lot size is 0.14. The HOA in here, the annual fees, is $725. That's a really good price for annual, and that takes care of the common areas. Okay, now we're going to talk about the pricing for, there's a couple more homes here in Caldwell, and this is the lower priced of them. Then we have Mountain Home, and the lot size is exactly the same, so that's interesting. So let's see what the price is. $353,990. So this a $353,990. So it's another $30,000 less. Remember, Mountain Home is where most of our military is here in the Treasure Valley area, and that's the other side. That's the east side of Boise. So it's about 30 minutes from Boise. And it's southeast. And then the other city that we have with this particular floor plan is Nampa, and not Napa, Nampa with an M. Don't confuse it if you're from, the Bay Area. So the lot size is 0.14, same, and the price over there in Nampa is $399,990. So it's about $15,000 more. So with that being said, you guys now have the pricing of each and every one of these. There's not a lot of these floor plans. As a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of these floor plans. And when I say Treasure Valley, I'm also including like New Plymouth and Mountain Home and Meridian and Caldwell and all those other different locations. So if you really like the price, and by the way, they all have Whirlpool. If you really like the price and the square footage of this home, I would tell you to reach out now, because the pricing is from the end of August. The beginning of the first part of August. So prices change, and I can get you a complete list of this floor plan, the Lily, or I can give you a list of all the different floor plans, but make sure you call someone on our team to get the most current one. And this is Denise Abmont with Abmont Realty. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow us, and then you can contact us directly for that list. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next Tour Factory. Tour.